Got it. All right. Good evening and welcome to this session. Thank you for 100+ viewers, those who have attended live and also viewed after that. So in some area like Srikakulam and there, I got the messages. It was raining heavy, so we could not attend live, sir, but later on we have seen. And thank you so much. It is useful and beneficial for us. That's what the feedback I have got. Thank you so much for the feedback. So in view of that, we'll be going ahead. And before that, those of you are just joining today, and if you haven't attended yesterday, day before day, and my strong recommendation is please do go through the previous 2 days videos, and once again if you want today's also, so that what happens, you will be up to date and you will be following in a continual manner. All right, as I made a mention yesterday, once again I would like to make it very clear, like if you attend regularly these classes and 100+, you will be able to score, which is neither a guarantee nor a warranty, but definitely yes. That's how we are going to ensure this particular classes as such. All right. So Mehzabin, welcome. Good evening. I got the message. That's great, Mehzin. Keep it up. The good spirit. You are there consecutively the last 3 days and you are not missing anything. And still you wish to listen once again. They are available on my YouTube channel. You can listen to. All right. Yeah, by the time others join, let me tell a few general things which are required in the process of your CTET journey. One such important thing is today being the 3rd November 2021. I'm sure all CTET aspirants are aware about this date's importance in the history of December 2021 CTET. Yes, any guesses? Yes. Okay, that's right. Yeah, it is last date to make any corrections in your CTET 2021 form. So if you have applied but certain things, paper 1, paper 2, language, first option of the center of the 4, only first option you can edit, rest all is not permitted. Otherwise almost everything was permitted to modify, on which I have made a video about half an hour and which is available on my YouTube channel. If you want any support or help in that aspect, please do go through and do the needful, because that is an opportunity given which expires today itself. And especially there with regard to remove image discrepancy is also an option given, but which is not for everyone. If your photo or signature is found to be not suitable, not sufficient, not appropriate as prescribed by CBSE in their CTET 2021 December notification, in that case they are sending this message, either SMS message to your mobile which you have given at the time of your applying, or email message, sometimes both will come. In that case only you have to do that. Otherwise, as it is already printed on your confirmation page, and you are good to hold on and continue with your preparation. All right. So once again, let me remind you, if you have made some corrections, you have to submit final submission, and then the confirmation page, once again revised confirmation page you will get by print. So keep that page for future correspondence until you get your admit card. All right. Bhavani, good evening and welcome to the session. All right. Okay. So if you have joined, because I could not see all messages, just send a message. So that shows you are all here and you have joined, and we are good to go ahead. All right. Before I formally start CDP, Child Development and Pedagogy, for last 2 days, I have been giving a brief outline introduction in view of overall CTET preparation with special reference to CDP, Child Development and Pedagogy, the psychological topics part of it, the inclusive education second unit of it, and the third, the pedagogy, the general teaching aptitude, classroom management kind of aspects as a part of psychological point of view and pedagogical point of view as such. The combination, the third topic of your CDP is a combination of psychology and pedagogy, neither pure psychology nor pure methodology pedagogy, rather a combination of it, which can be called as classroom management, effective classroom management, or teaching aptitude, or teachers efficiency testing items. All right. So that's how I prefer to call that. Right. I could see R. Suvarna, Ramagiri Suvarna. Welcome, Suvarna. I recognize you as your friend Shantini, as recommended you strongly, I know. So she has been talking about your interest and your commitment as well. So welcome to this session and this particular free guidance program for CTET 2021 December. So as your friend with little guidance from my side could clear both NET and CTET, I could see your future prospect. All the best. And yes, we will formally go ahead with the CDP today. Before that, any of those who are live have any questions, just type in. I wish I will address for another couple of minutes, no issue, because within the scope of this CTET exam, I'll address. If there are general things, yesterday I also got some 1 or 2 queries for which I have sent that message. If they are general exam preparation, last minute tips, tricks. Anyway, contextual, I'll be saying something. And the last 5 days I said, yes, what are we going to do? Yes, PYQs, discussion on that, preparation for exam, and last minute things. Those things there also I'll take. Otherwise, here and there, whenever the topic comes, context comes, I'm going to give you. All right. Yes. Vinay Krishna, good evening. Okay. So now let us start with what? I would like to just start with model questions. What type of questions can be asked? Already I told you paper 1, paper 2, CDP, Child Development Pedagogy syllabus is same in toto. The only fundamental difference is primary, that is 1st to 5th class student, 6 to 11 years age group related is the focus of paper 1, whereas teenagers, that is your 6th to 8th or high school for that matter, children's focus is the scope of your paper 2. So from this point of view, what happens? The questions varies paper 1 and paper 2. So what your CTET 2021 December notification talks about that. It has made a mention in the syllabus in similar manner, and also they have given some exemplar questions. Some questions which are called exemplar questions. All right. Now I'll take you there. Those of you have already seen on the website. That's good. You are going to revisit with how to understand, how to read those questions and understand, so that that helps you in your preparation. I'm sure you are all able to see this particular my screen. All right, exemplar items for CTET December 2021. Yes, this is what I am talking about, which is uploaded on your CTET official website, which talks about what type of questions in paper 1, paper 2 be asked. As of now, only your general paper, that is CDP, language, and then content and pedagogy was kept. Language questions are going to be uploaded shortly. After that, we will discuss them as well. For now, what do we do? Let's go ahead with paper 1, part 1, Child Development and Pedagogy, CDP. what sort of questions will be asked, how to approach them, how to answer them, how to understand them is a brief discussion for a few minutes I would like to take on so that we will have a good beginning. All right, let's start with the question number 1. Question number 1. During a task, Sania is talking to herself about ways she can proceed on the task. According to Vygotsky's ideas on language and thought, this kind of private speech is a sign of dash. Option A, cognitive maturity. Option B, self-regulation. Option C, egocentrism. Option D, psychological disorder. Now, sir, anyway, answer is visible. Don't worry. It's not the question of whether you got the right answer or wrong answer. That is the ultimate goal in examination, to get the right answer. At this stage of your preparation, what you need to look at is, even if you find like this somewhere, you need to look at why this is the right answer, why not the others. If you can say why these 3 are not the right answers, why this is the better answer, best answer of these 4, you are well prepared to answer similar questions. Now here, how you need to think a bit beyond, not just the right answer part of it. Even when you prepare from your material, whatever the book you are following, or the model questions you solve, or the PYQs, previous year's question papers you solve, this is how your approach from now it should be. So what is this? If you know Vygotsky's language and thought and a private speech, fine, perfect. Self-regulation. This is what I'm talking in the first round, your answer. Yesterday I was saying the 3 rounds are the 3 levels of attempting your question paper. You have read about the language and thought as given by Vygotsky, and you are familiar with the private speech. That's what the self-regulation, its intention is. Straight away, fine. Read this question, read the 4 alternatives and answer this. No issue. Suppose, assume that for some reason you read but you don't remember. Then mark it for review. Don't finalize your answer. Go, and when you come back second round, what to do the second round? Okay. Second round, here you could see option A, cognitive maturity. Option B, self-regulation. Option C, egocentrism. Option D, psychological disorder. When you come back second round, you need not read the whole question. You have an idea. But read all the 4 alternatives. What you can say, which is the right answer, you may not know, but one wrong answer readily you can identify here, right? What is that wrong answer which you can readily identify? It is psychological disorder. A child talking herself or himself is not a psychological disorder. You tend to see children many times talking, no, so what to do? Yeah, today it didn't work, and I'm yes, I'm going to work. Like this. Children engage in a self-talk, which is not a psychological disorder. So you can rule out this. D is not the answer. Okay. Similarly, cognitive immaturity. Either Vygotsky or your Piaget, different stages of maturity. Cognitive maturity they spoke about, but they did not talk about cognitive maturity, or this doesn't show cognitive maturity. So you can rule out A also. Now, right answer should be between these 2, self-regulation and egocentrism. By this exercise, what happened? You have come your chance of getting right answer to 50-50%. Now, at that stage, definitely, given our classes or your own preparation, your B.Ed or D.Ed understanding, egocentrism, immediately you recollect Piaget, where child thinks his own centered. I want this, I want that. Things of and people of mine are better, good, this kind of thought. So that's not, he said self-talk, private speech, but did not say what is that he is talking. So it cannot be qualified as egocentrism. If you have that idea, well and good, and then rule out this and you are there. If you don't have either, at least between B and C, if you choose, then it's going to be a 50% advantage in your favor. All right. Okay, so we have Nishat Ahmed also joined. Welcome, Nishat. All right. Let's go ahead. Now, question number 2. A child argues that no person should steal a drug from chemist shop even if it is to save a human life, because he or she will be caught and sent to jail if he or she does so. According to Kohlberg, which stage of moral understanding does the child fall under? If you can recollect that Henge dilemma, if you have heard about it, studied about it, it's good. Straight away you can go and answer this. Otherwise, just let us try. Suppose you read it but you don't remember, or you don't exactly remember what he is talking about. It's not a direct question. Henge dilemma belongs to the following. He did not say. So therefore, let us see. Instrumental purpose orientation, social order maintaining orientation, punishment and obedience orientation, universal ethical principle orientation. At least after reading these 4 alternates, I'm sure you will recall, oh, he is talking about Kohlberg's moral development, and one is universal. So this kind of, because police will catch you, punishment will be there, definitely it is not a part of universal ethical principles, which is post-conventional in 3 stages: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. So definitely D is not the answer. In 6th stage, that is the 6th one, D. In 3 stages, it's the 3rd stage, where it is not the punishment, it is not the personal benefit, it is not the approval of your peer group, parents, teachers. So therefore, D is not the right answer. Then instrumental purpose orientation, don't remember, don't relate to your past learned things. So hold on it like that. Social order maintaining orientation. Did you see anything in the social order maintaining? I should follow the customs, traditions of the society. I should give and take the respect. That kind of things are not there. I should follow because it is in the culture, tradition, value system of my family, my community. It is not there. Social order also ruled out. And then it is punishment. And if you can identify directly, because it says according here, it says because he or she will be caught and sent to jail. Caught and sent to jail. The keyword gives you punishment and obedience orientation. Could identify, well and good. Otherwise, at least rule out these 2, and still between instrumental purpose orientation and punishment and obedience orientation, any B.Ed or D.Ed student who has seriously prepared for your TET exam, definitely I'm sure will go with C, definitely not with A. So you are there. That's the reason C is the best option. All right, great. Let's go ahead with the next question. Question number 3. Which one of the following questions invites children to engage in critical thinking? Option A, do you know the answer to this? Option B, what is the right answer for this question? Option C, is the concept clear to you all? Option D, what are the different ways to solve this? Now see, why D is the right answer? Why A, B, C is not the right answer or the better answers? If you are able to answer this or any similar questions like this, you will be able to answer in the exam. Otherwise, if only this question comes, you will answer, otherwise you don't. That never happens, by the way. That never happens. Same model questions, same previous questions. Not many, a few probably here and there may be repeated, which is under 5 to 10%. So therefore, the idea of solving previous year's questions or the model questions is not with an expectation that they are going to come in exam. Let that be 100 series, 500 series, 1000 series. Please note that. Particularly from these books, which are the leading books. Let that be your Arhan series, let that be your Disha, let that be your Pearson, or let that be Gupta, another book. Yesterday when I have reviewed my old books, I have come across Gupta is also with me. That's also one of the leading in the market. So therefore, the idea is, yes, to understand why this answer is most apt correct than the others, or why others are not the right answers. This is the right answer. Yes, any guesses? Just type in before I explain that. Sir, slide is not clear. Sumit sir. Okay. Yeah. If some of you are viewing in your mobile, please turn your mobile horizontal. At least it will be a little larger, or later on you have an access to computer. But otherwise, from my end, it's quite good enough. If I want to increase, I can, but only thing is some portion of it is like this will be cut. So I'll be rotating here and there like this for that purpose. Okay. Anyway, I just have increased as much. I can do that. Okay. Now let's see this third. Which one of the following questions invites children to engage in critical thinking? Option A, do you know the answer to this? Here also child may think critically, but this is not the right answer. Why? Do you know answer to this question? Child may say yes or no. Simple, one word answer. Or if you know the answer also, you recollect. Recall, recognition, the knowledge-based question. Therefore, it doesn't really engage the child in critical thinking. This is the key word you should look from. Therefore, A is not the right answer. B, what is the right answer for this question? When you say right answer, it is the convergent thinking. Straight answer to the question. Logical, rather straight, well established, well known. In a way, it is also, again, a bit of knowledge or a bit of convergent thinking. So therefore, not really engaging critical thinking. Engage in critical thinking, not just critical thinking. Continues. All right. Is the concept clear to you all? Again, same yes or no answer type. Yes, sir, clear. No, sir, it's not clear. Where is the question of engage in critical thinking? Now look at the D option. What are the different ways to solve this? What are the different ways to solve this? Now what to do? Engage in, oh, this way it can be solved. Oh, in book it is given like this. In daily life I have seen like this. Other day my friend was telling this way also it can be solved. Yes. Then the children tend to engage in critical thinking. So therefore, D is the best answer here. All right. Okay, let's go ahead with the next question. Question number 4. Which of the following statements about intelligence is correct? Option A, intelligence is the ability to think in a convergent manner. Option B, intelligence is a relatively permanent change in behavior as a result of experience. Option C, intelligence is the ability that helps in predicting how good a person would be in a particular profession. And option D, of course, which is the right answer. Before we see that, now let's see why this ABC is not the right answers. What is D, how it is the right answer. All right. Okay. Now look here. Somebody confirm me, is that clear? Readable slide? Yeah. Question number 4. Which of the following statements about intelligence is correct? Now answer 1 says, intelligence is the ability to think in a convergent manner. Yes. What is the ability to think in a convergent manner? It is a convergent thinking. Yeah, one type of intelligence. So straight away we can't say this is not the right answer. For your kind information, this is also one of the answers. Acceptable answers, right answer also. That's the beauty, and that is the tricky. That's where the CDP becomes critical, which is a bit different from your content. In your content of the 4, only one right answer will be there. But in pedagogy and CDP, there can be more than one right answer. Sir, how if it is more than one right answer? Please note that. He asked you to identify most correct answer, not just correct answer. That's the reason. See, by the end of this, I hope you will get more clarity. Still, for this question, if D I modify, A also can become an answer. All right. But look at B option. Yes. B says yes. Thank you, Swapnika. She clarifies that yes, it is clear. Let's go ahead. B, intelligence is a relatively permanent change in behavior as a result of experience. By the time you read this sentence, you must be recollecting something. Those of you have read your learning chapter in either D.Ed, B.Ed, or as a part of your CTET preparation, definitely you will be able to recollect immediate you read this. What is this? Relatively permanent change in behavior as a result of experience. Overall definition of your learning. It is learning. All right. Question says, which of the following statements about intelligence is correct? He is asking about intelligence, but the description given is about learning. So this you can, with some preparedness, you can say, yeah, B is not the right answer. Go to C. Intelligence is the ability that helps in predicting how good a person would be in a particular profession. Now, by the time you read this statement, you must be recollecting what? This is indirectly a concept and definition of what is that? Aptitude. In a given course or a profession, to what extent one can achieve good results, become good person, get better results is aptitude. So therefore, this is not the correct about intelligence. So B and C you can rule out. But A, C, if you recollect your Terman, Stern and those definitions, intelligence is the ability to think in a convergent manner. Yes, it is. But see the beauty. A, if you look up to these three, D is none of the above. In fact, A should become the answer. But see the beauty. When you go to D, intelligence is multidimensional, involving several abilities, not entirely measurable intelligence tests. Not entirely measurable intelligence tests. Now D becomes the right answer. Sir, in almost any book you read, intelligence, first few definitions, first or second, convergent thinking, problem solving, adaptability. These are the three popular definitions in almost all standard books, materials, coaching, institutions, online classes. Of course, it's right also. But yes, A and D are right answers, but the D is the best answer, most appropriate answer, and D only the acceptable answer when you compare A and D. Why? A is also concept of intelligence, but the good old concept of intelligence, traditional concept of intelligence, and D is your multidimensional, latest, modern, now acceptable definition of intelligence. Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory indirectly is asking a question. Who gave the 7 types of intelligence? Everybody writes answer. 8 types of intelligence, everybody writes answer. But now indirectly, he is asking your understanding, conceptual based question related to Gardner's theory, concept of multiple intelligence. So therefore, this becomes the right answer. All right. Yes, let's go ahead. All right. Question number 5. Okay. Repeatedly asking children to engage in learning activities, either to avoid punishment or to gain reward. Suppose if you ask children to engage in learning activities, purpose to avoid punishment or gain reward. As a teacher, you are saying, if you read only, I am going to appreciate you. I'm going to accept your assignment. Or otherwise, I'm going to give you the punishment. Then, or as a parent. It could be either as a teacher or as a parent. But in absence of specially mentioning parent name, this is one important thing you need to know. He is asking about teacher. Without anybody's mentioned, all relatable questions are, he is asking about teacher. That is one basic assumption you keep. Sometimes, rarely it may not applicable. I understand that. But to make your job is, I'm just giving a hint. All right. Option A, decreases extrinsic motivation. And here he is trying to give extrinsic motivation. It is not decreases extrinsic motivation, right? Motivation from the teacher. So A is not the right answer. You can readily identify. B, increases intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is from the child within. Where is the question when the teacher is nagging or behind? It increasing intrinsic motivation, no question. B is also you can rule out. Then C, would encourage children to acquire knowledge and skills for their own development. This is a misconception for which reason both teachers and parents are nagging, are behind, or off the record I may use, in some cases, torturing the children to learn. I'm not blaming any teacher or parent. Please don't misunderstand me. In the name of your own interest, child's own interest, learner's own interest, when you are behind them unreasonably, particularly pressing on the punishment, at times, repeatedly conditional rewards, decreases children's natural interest and curiosity involved in learning. That's the reason at a times our children are coming. I don't want this study. Is there any chance I can escape school? Interestingly, I was asking my daughter the other day around. Okay, so it seems they are going to open your offline classes for a long day, time. You have been looking forward that. I said, no, Papa, it could be better if it is prolonged for some more days. All right. So why it happened? This is the reason. This is unreasonable. I'm not saying parents should not do that. Teachers should not do that. Unreasonably doing it. Repeatedly doing it. As if that is the only one way how you can encourage the child to learn. That's what I'm talking, by the way. I'll talk about this after your exams. We'll have a continued session, how you can become an effective teacher, effective parent. My purpose of offering you the guidance is not just limited to CTET. Please note that. If that is the case, already you have n number of channels, books, materials. But of course, if I have to reach you a better program to offer, I should give you first what you want. All right. So I'll tell you at the end of these sessions what exactly I have a program to offer, which is far, far better, valuable, more worth than this. Take this as my word for granted. You will realize. I'm confident on that. Okay. All right. Now, therefore, this is D is the right answer, obviously. Okay. Then question number 6. Now, looking at the question number 6 itself, you should tell me which category this question is. Category 1 or 2 or 3. 1 is read the question, alternate answers and answer it. Category 2 is please don't attempt it, come and attempt in second round. Category 3 is even reading also time waste, just put your answer. Before reading, you can't say category, I know. But looking at this length, definitely it falls in second or third, not the first. Whether by any chance, you should not assume and go, let us start reading and then see. The teacher was observing Vinod, question number 6. The teacher was observing Vinod as he was engaged in making a model. The model was a replica of the city of Mirzapur, and Vinod had built a new monorail transport system with plaster of Paris. He had created a mental map of the proposed transport network and translated it on the replica connecting the key junctions of the city. Vinod presents us an example of which of the following types of intelligence: kinetic intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, spatial intelligence, emotional intelligence. If you have read about Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, you remember it, you are confident, answer at this stage only. Otherwise, you read or you heard, but you are not sure to go in this depth, category number 2. When you come back in the second round, your answer. Third, by some reason you did not read, you don't remember at all Vygots's case. I'm sorry. Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, probably third category. In the last minute, if time permits, you'll come back and read, try. Otherwise, you just put something. That's how you have to decide in the exam hall, so that you can save your time, manage your exam at the 3 levels. All right. Because I know this, I'll try to attempt it in the first case. A, kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is mobility movement. In this, he is not talking or much pressing on the mobility movement or hands-on experience. Interpersonal. Interpersonal is your communication skills with one and other person. He is not saying a group project. He has developed leadership skills. He has interacted with his group. That such kind of description is not there in this paragraph, as I remember. So therefore, it's not the B. See, spatial intelligence. Readily, nobody will be able to identify. Let me tell you, 90% of the population. So I don't expect you to just reading this question and answer, you'll be able to. But just hold on. These two, I can say yes, no, they are not the answers. This, whether answer or not, I don't know. Go to D, emotional intelligence. At least now I can say emotional is your ability to understand the others' emotions, your own emotions, and manage your emotions effectively. There is no such description as such here, emotionality in the paragraph. So something has prepared a model. In preparing a model, you use your visualization, 3D, third dimension, spatial intelligence. So answer it. Even after reading 4, you are not able to identify, at least for heaven's sake, skip this answer for review. Go, please go ahead. All right, got this? Okay, the last question before we proceed to the next set of questions. Yes? All right, look here, question number 7. Which of the following are the key postulates of constructivism? Vygotsky, Piaget, constructivist. Those yesterday we were discussing. Definitely one question from this topic will be there in CTET or commonly any teacher recruitment examinations is this set of theories. If you are thorough, attempt this. Otherwise, just looking at this, because question is there, 4 alternatives are there, 3 combinations are there. So better go for second round. But suppose you have a good hold on the constructivism, nothing wrong. There is no fixed, this question should be answered in first round, second, third. It varies. For one person, he can attempt in first round. For second person, he can attempt it in the second round after coming back. For another person, he doesn't have any idea about constructivism. It goes into lucky lottery category at the last minute marking category. All right. So it depends on. Suppose you have an idea by chance. You heard my lecture or you read a book or a material or any other lecture. You have an idea. You would like to attempt it. Yes, go ahead. Option 1 here given is individual learners actively build knowledge and skills. Basic, one of the basic postulates, assumptions, or the ideas constructivism begins. Construct, the learner constructs the knowledge, builds the knowledge. So therefore 1 is fine. 2, information exists within the constructs of our minds. That's what he says. You have already socio-cultural experiences. Constructing them as learning experience is the process of learning. If you have that clarity of thought, yes, 2 is readily acceptable. 3, behavior of the learner must be reinforced to ensure learning. This is what in constructivism, an assumption or a practice which is discouraged, which is not accepted. For decades and centuries, we have been believing and of course following this called behavioristic approach. SR theory, stimulus response, give appropriate reinforcement immediate after proper response. So therefore, with the idea, you can say this is not If you have a hold, this is not the right answer. If you don't have hold, at least hold on. Let us decide later. Come to fourth. Learning is a socially mediated process. Yes, another important fundamental concept of your constructivism is cultural context. You can't segregate the society, social experiences, daily life experiences from that of the classroom learning process. So therefore, learning is a socially mediated process. Yes, acceptable. Now anyway, just look down. First, second, we are sure. And then 1 and 2, 1 and 2 were all there. 1 and 2 were all there in A and D. This is how this kind of matching things you should decide. 1 and 2 you are sure. So where are 1 and 2 in A and in D? Then out of 3 and 4. Out of 3 and 4 definitely 4. Or if you know, yes, 1 and 4 for sure. 1 and 4 where you have here C and D again same. 1 and 4, then 2, 3. Between 2 and 3 you compare, you go to 2. Thus, you can identify the right answer. Yes, 1, 2, and 4 are the postulates, assumptions, are acceptable things, what it believes, what it based on. So this is jugglery of word also is important sometimes. If you don't understand this postulates kind of thing, all of a sudden when you see in the exam, don't worry. Question is about constructivism. He is not saying which of the following is not postulate of constructivism. So it's a part of constructivism. Thus, you can go ahead and identify these things. All right. So we also have, which is different from this paper 1, same model questions for paper 2 also given. Now come, I'll show you this. Yes. See, here on page 8, you have exemplar items for CTET December 2021 paper 2. Now what is the difference? Basically you could look at this. First question, just today I'll discuss only this, tomorrow I'll continue from here. Question number 1, paper 2. Noor forgot to bring her tiffin to school and asked Tanya to share her tiffin, saying, you should share your tiffin with me today because I shared my tiffin with you yesterday. According to Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development, Noor's statement represents dash orientation typical at a dash stage. Which orientation? Which stage? Now see the paper 1 questions, paper 2, because this is the difference I am asking. This is the difference I was talking yesterday. You need to identify. Same, there was a question on moral development, and here is also you have a question on moral development. Kohlberg's moral development, Henge dilemma, direct question there. And here he is talking about a bit higher level. This is the fundamental difference between your paper 1 and paper 2 questions. Tomorrow we'll discuss these questions also, and then we'll start with the growth and development. When I say tomorrow, I mean in the next class. Please note that tomorrow being the Diwali, we respect and honor the culture and tradition of our country. The festivals of our country are celebrated fan and fair. One of the strengths of India is its multicolored, multicultural festivals. So in honor of Diwali, as all the India celebrates, we also won't get deprived. Don't worry, day after tomorrow we'll be we'll be continuing. So therefore, tomorrow we'll take a break and see you back day after tomorrow. But you continue to live because, yeah, I hope Sujata madam, yes, she's there already. And Sujata madam is ready. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening and welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Start, Abhi, are you there online? Abhi is not there. So what I'll do is just give me a minute, madam. What I want to do is I just want to stop recording so that this let it go continue. No problem. That's okay.
Sir, I should start the class, sir, or 8:30 I should start the class?
No. 7:45 Huda will be starting. I'll just check out.
Yeah, I'm checking my technical side, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be starting.
Now it's Huda's turn. Your turn come at 8:30, madam. I'm sorry.
Fine, sir. No issue, sir.
Great,
yes.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Huda is ready there, and she is ready to continue your EVS. Good to go ahead with the EVS.
Yeah. I hope my voice is audible, sir.
Yes, it's clear and audible.
Clear, no? I don't need to put a mic, right?
Your mic is working from where it is perfect. Go ahead. No issue.
Okay, then. It's a
If
laptop
any message
mic.
comes, I will let you know, and then probably you may move it. Otherwise, you are good to go.
Yeah, if it is good, then thank you
Yes.
so much.
Candidates also, those who are on live, please confirm us.
So, good evening, everyone. I hope you are enjoying the sessions. I'm sure that you are taking a lot from the sessions, what we have been giving you. So, with a positive hope, let us begin with our session for today. As I have started with the first chapter of our syllabus for our this thing, EVS. The content part. In the last session, I have been speaking about the types of family, as you could remember. Let me share my screen with you all so that it will be beneficial for you all. Sir, I'm unable to share my screen. Is it possible that I can share my screen?
Yeah, just a minute. I'll give you that host or that possibility. Then you'll be able to do. Just a minute. Let me do more. Post. I'll make co-host. Now try. If you could share it, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll make you host.
Yeah,
Right
I'm able to share my screen.
Great. That's good. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. So as you all could see in the last session, we were discussing on the different types of families based upon different aspects. What I will do today is we will have, as we could have a small recap of what we have done. So we have seen the classification of different types of family based upon authority, structure, residence, marriage, ancestry, in-group and out-group, and blood relationships, and reconstituted families that are existed today. So we can now what I will do is we will have a discussion in depth on what we have studied in the last session. So it is a continuation. I'll be just giving a brief out of each type because they may ask the questions related to these type of questions. So let us have a grip on the content. Then I'll be giving you a small test as well with the Q&A session after finishing this topic. Now let's begin. I hope my screen is visible to you all. I would like you all to make us short notes or something which will be handy for you for your reference for your examination purposes. Then let's begin with our topic for type of family, which we have spoken different categories. So let us speak about the first category, that is based upon authority. As we have seen, there are two types that are existing, that is patriarchal and matriarchal families, and the third part was egalitarian families. Yeah, so we can find that, let us begin with the first type of family, which is considered to be male dominated and female subordinated families, which is a common culture of our Indian society. So when we find family which is which restrain the complete power on the father, who is being acting like a head of the family, who is being vested as an authority of the family, and other people are supposed to follow the instructions given by the father. So then what we also observe, that if the father pass away, then the authority is being transferred to the eldest son of the family. So we can find that even the transferring of the authority is again towards the male members of the family. So in this type of family, a wife after marriage come and resides in her husband's house, and we can find that this is very much profoundly existing in the joint family system of Hindu religion. But apart from that, also we can find it has become a part of the Indian culture. Now let us switch to the other type of family, that is matriarchal families, which are being dominated by female and it has been subordinated by male. So we can find that it has been existing in very rare instance in the Indian context, if we speak. So here we can find that the type of family is just opposite of the patriarchal family that we have seen just now, and the major family power or authority is onto the eldest female member. Especially the wife or the mother is given the higher authority, and basically we can find that the woman enjoys all the power and authority on the other family members as well. She can also be the owner of the family property, and she can also be a descendant of, she can also descend her authority to the other women in the family. So basically we can find that again here the eldest daughter or the bahu will be given, wife of her, the first child will be given the authority after that dominated women. So we can find in India the Nayars of Kerala, wherein we can find among the Garos and Khasi tribes of Assam, where we can find this type of matriarchal families existing in Indian context. Now let us switch to the other family, that is egalitarian families. From the term itself, we can understand it is equal sharing of the power. The equality, a most secular kind of a families or egalitarian, wherein the equality of power is being given. So here the power and the authority is equally being shared between the husband and wife and is called as egalitarian families. Both of them take a joint decision. The decision is not only vested into the hand of a male member of the head male member or head female member. It's not like that. It is jointly they take a decisions, whatever the family has to take. And we can find that you can find this egalitarian or equalitarian families existing slowly in the Indian culture. We are able to see that it has started existing. And here both the son and the daughter inherit the property also equally. So as we all know, the strict rules that are existing in the Indian culture, we find that the very, or either in any of the culture, we find the properties are not given equally to the women. So here in this egalitarian families, we can find that equal right to the property is also given to both the genders equally. Now let us switch to the other one, that is on the basis of the structure. Yeah, we can find that on the basis of the structure, we'll speak about the first family type is the nuclear family, which is the modern family, or it is the universal phenomena that is being existing in today's scenario or today's context. We can find that in the nuclear family, the husband, wife, with or without children, they are living together. And we also see that the nuclear family is one which consists of a husband, wife, and their children, and the child leaves the parent as soon as they get married. So this is the very peculiarity of the nuclear family. And apart from that, we can also find that the autonomy is given to them. So there is this an autonomy, or the family is an autonomous unit wherein they have the free will, they have the control of elders as well. And we can also find that their interdependency on each member is being found in this nuclear family. So usually it is also called as American family, because in America we can find that very commonly seen this phenomena in the American culture. Then let's switch to the other type of family, that is joint family or extended family. So we can find that in the joint family or extended family, when we speak about the joint family, here they have defined that the Irvati Karve, who have been defining that joint family is a group of people who are generally living in under one roof, and who eat and cook the food at one, we can say, hearth, which is of one kitchen they have, and they also hold the property in common, and who participate in common worshipping, and they are related with each other in some type of kindred, like a particular type of kindred kind of a atmosphere we can find in the joint family. So this is the definition given by Carvey. And Desai have said that joint family is something which is having a greater generational depth in it, because the individual family and the members of that family are related to one another from the blood and as well as in the form of property, and they also have income and mutual rights and obligations for living together. So they are obliged to live together, and they have this proper commonness in their livelihood. So when we speak about, after seeing certain definitions, we'll switch to the meaning of joint family. When we observe that in India, it is, as we can say, that does not only consist of husband and wife and their children, but also they have the uncles and aunts, the cousins, the grandsons. As I told you, in joint family, you can see the generations, at least 3 generations at a stretch, you can find it. And we can also see that the son after marriage does not usually separate from the parents. They stay with them under the same roof and holding the same property in common. And we can also find that the earnings of the members are put in as a common fund, and they see the commonness in the expenses also. We can also find that the family in India is based on patrilineal descendants. We can also find majority in India, the patrilineal, as I have spoken in the last class. So paternal, like father side, we can find the descendants are existing in the joint families rather than mother side descendants. It's a very rare sight to observe that. Next, let us speak about the joint families characteristics. It has larger in size. It consists of parent, children, as we have spoken about them, the grandchildren and near relatives also, they stay in that family. They have joint property, the other characteristics of joint family, and also they have common residents living in one roof. Cooperative organization, we can find it's a big company. We can say that if we make a party, if we arrange a party for a nuclear family, it's a difficult task, but for a joint family, it's a daily task for them. Every day the meals are like a extravagant serving we can find in those families. And apart from that, we can find that there is common religion they share, a productive unit of same field we can find that from generation to generation they have the family business or khandani business which we see. And also we can find that in this in India, they are, as we are very famous for our handicrafts, we can also see that in the Indian context, what do you say, the culture or certain patent suites or patent techniques of making fabrics, or many techniques are related to families only. So that family is again carrying the same same type of cuisines, many cuisines we can find which is being carried away from that family itself. And then we also see that mutual right and obligation, because majority we see that the joint family members work in same field, female members work in the kitchen, and they have a proper system of organizing their work as well. When we speak about the merits of joint family, it ensures economical progress. We can also find that there is a division of labor, and opportunity for leisure is given, and social insurance, social virtues, that is moral equality, socialism, avoidance of the fragmentation of holding. So they avoid their family to get fragmented. So that is the one of the merits of joint family. And certain demerits, we can find that they home for idlers, and we can also find there is a hindrance in the development of the personality, because a lot of dominance from the elders, encouraging litigation, leads to quarrels, privacy is denied, unfavorable to accumulation of capital, and uncontrolled procreation. So we can find that these are the certain things that we observe in the demerits of the joint family. What are the factors that distinguish the joint families? What is the very peculiar characteristics factors is, first is industrialization. एक ही खानदान एक ही काम करता है. That is one work they do. And we also find that the distinct factor is extinction of communication and transport. There is a decline of agriculture and village trades when it is disintegrating. The concept of the joint family which is disintegrating, these are certain factors. And impact of the Western life, and because of nuclearization, we are able to find today very few families are having joint families, even though they are joint families, but they are having separate homes, like kind of an extended family, which we'll speak about. And we also find that new social legislation has come up wherein they want to have their independent life, free will, all because of this. The human person's factors have influenced the distinction of the joint families in today's context. Now, after understanding joint family in whole, let us speak about the extended family. When we speak about the extended family, we can find that it is almost, they have the blood relatives living together, parents, grandparents, we have all these people, all the other relatives also living together, but they may have merging of different nuclear families. As I have told you, like 2 brothers are staying together or 4 brothers are staying together, but it is not called as joint family, it is an extended family. So here it is a merging of 2 nuclear family is something called as extended family. The type of extended families that are existing, there is vertical extended or small extended family, where you can include one old man and his wife and their son, and the son's wife and the son's children. So they may have multiple generations living together, but they are vertically distributed. Okay, they are the vertical description relate to how it would appear in a family tree. Okay, it is also called as, another type is beanpole extended family, which is again a vertical extended family with no or few branches. Okay, so this has a multiple generation, which is extended family, or the vertical extension of the family. It can be a characteristics by each generation having few siblings, as I have told you. One generation, like one mother and father having 2 sons. One son may have 2 siblings are living together, they may have their own lives. They have their own husband and wife and kids, husband and wife and kids. So this is a very small tree we can find. So in the extended families, we have a smaller branches of the tree when it comes to the family tree. So again, because of this, we also find that if they are having few siblings, again the fertility rate is being reducing nowadays. So there are more common family forms we are able to see nowadays in the form of extended family. In Indian context, what we have seen that most joint families are being means extincting in a form, but these extended families are emerging in today's context. So we can have that this is one of the beanpole extended family. This is the vertical extension. Now let us see the horizontal extended families, wherein they are large extended families. We can find one old man and his wife, their unmarried children, married sons, and their sons' wives, along with their unmarried children. So the household is made up of aunts, uncle, and cousins. So their family extend horizontally across the same generation rather than vertically. For instance, they are having 2 brothers and 2 daughters. The 2 daughters are not married, so if they are living together, then it is horizontally extended. So that is what this is, another version which we are able to see in today's scenario, that apart from the joint families, the extended families are coming into picture. I hope the learners are able to catch me up, right? If any queries, just go ahead asking. I'm also today available on the YouTube. I'm also been watching the live chat. So if anybody is willing to ask something, they are open to ask. Yes. Next classification let us speak about is on the basis of residence. So we can find that there is patrilocal, where wife goes to husband's house for living, or father as a single parent. We can find this is also one of the factor we are able to see nowadays. Patrilocal is a society or a custom in which the married couples settle themselves with or near the husband's family. Okay. An example like society that would be described as a patrilocal is a society where woman gets married and moves to the next door to the husband's parent. Okay, like adjacent. Their parents are there along with them. They also live in another flat, right? This is also the flat system has come. So we can find a lot of patrilocal kind of families coming into existence. And then we also have the other type of residential type of families that we are able to see is matrilocal, where the husband goes to the wife's house for living, or mother as a single parent. So here we can find nowadays we are also able to see that the husbands go abroad, or they are going to different states for work. These are the factors that is influencing to keeping these families coming into existence, coming into picture that we are able to see. So we can find that in the matrilocal residence, the rule that woman remains her mother's household after even reaching the maturity and being with her husband, and after marriage also the husband stays with the wife house in the wife's house. So we can find that sons conservatively move out from their natal household after marriage to join their wife's household. So this is a very peculiar thing, which very rare sight to be observed in the Indian context, but this is also existing in today's very complex societies that are coming up because of the jobs or many factors that are influencing on the family lifestyle also. So we also have the another type is the bilocal families, wherein we can find that in this type of family, after marriage, the married couples change their residence alternatively. Sometimes wife joins her husband's house, or sometimes husband joins to the wife's house. So this is also something wherein the change of the residence is also being observed. Then we also have neo-local families, where after marriage, the newly married couple establish a new family independent of their parents and settle at new place. This type of family is also called as neo-local families. So this is also a very common sight which we are able to see. If a son is getting married, and they might even shift themselves to abroad countries or different states, like that also it is being commonly observed. So these are the different types of one of the classification that is based upon residence. Now let us see the marriage based upon the marriage, how the families are set up. So here, as we have seen, monogamous, one man marrying a one woman, wherein they have very few species that is practice monogamy nowadays. So we can find that very many if they live with their spouse for the whole time, for the single spouse. And then we have the other type of marriage, that is polygamous, wherein one man is marrying two or more women, where males are usually getting married to more than one person, and they may make both the wives live together, or sometimes they make their wives live separately also. So in this way we can find that polygamous families are running. And we also find that there is polyandrous families, where a woman is marrying two or more men. This is again a very rare sight to be seen, very rare sight to be seen in the Indian context. So we can find that they're involved in the plural number of husbands. Then on the basis of ancestry, we can find that there is patrilineal ancestors continue from the father, and the thread goes from the forefathers, like that. So it is a patrilineal. So from one father to another generation, son's generation, like that the thread goes on. And similarly, the matrilineal ancestry is also similar to the where mother's maternal side of the thread is continued from the mother, then the daughter, then from the offsprings of the daughters are being in a thread. So in this type of families are also being seen. There are also another type of families that we see, that is bilineal families, where we can find family members coming from the descendants from the mother side and as well as the descendants from the father side. So there is again bilineal families from the ancestry we can find they are existing together. Then we have seen the other one is the in-group and the out-group. So in the in-group, we have the endogamous, wherein usually they practice marrying in their own relatives, basically for the reason of to keep the purity of the caste, to keep the property in their family. So these are the certain factors that influence endogamous marriages, where the marriages are sanctioned within the group of the families itself. And also we have another type we can find is the exogamous families, wherein they get and they marry the out-group people from the different multicultural or some different cultures, they get to marry from the social groups. So in that way, the families are existing in the endogamous or exogamous way. Then on the basis of blood relationships, we can find the conjugal families, which consist of spouses, their offsprings, and relatives through marriages. So here, a conjugal family includes only the husband, wife, and unmarried children by birth or adoption, or a couple who are unmarried or underage. This is also one of the thing that we are able to see. So it is also kind of referred to as a nuclear family, but here when the mother has the resources to independently to rear the children in the society, where males are moving from moving to other places. So this is one of the very modern type of families that are existing in today's context. Then also we have the consanguineous families, which consist of blood relatives living together with their mates and the children. So this is again a type of family we can find. Then on the basis of reconstituted families, which are the new trends that has come in the family, we will be having a discussion on it. So here we can find that there are blended families, reconstituted families. These are the new families that have based upon the needs, the different influencing factors of the society. We can find that they are coming into existence. So we can find that there are blended families or step families. Here we can find that it consists of two previously married parents, wherein the father is having kids from the first marriage and the mother is having kids from the first marriage. So the former marriages, they have the kids already. So both of them getting married, again, they have the kids from the step family. So they have a step families. So here we can find that both one acquires, the parent enters. So the step family is being entering into the life of the kids. So here, this is one of the example that is blended families, and same-sex or couple families are also being seen here. As we have seen, the LGBT rule has come, law has come. So there are marriages of same sex that is happening. So instead of heterosexual, there are more of the homosexual couples that are coming into the societies. There are also living apart together. Living apart together families are the couples who choose not to be cohabited or currently cohabiting. So it depends upon their choices. So apart from that, we also see that grandparenting. Here we can see that when the children are brought up by the grandparents rather than their parents, and there are a number of reasons why this happens. So the more formal permanent or semi-permanent arrangements are done by the grandparents to assess the child care. And then we have single dome families, wherein again you have people living on their own. We can find that it is a contemporary type of families that are existing. Contemporary type of Britain families we can call it as we have seen the American families, we can also call them as Britain families, because this is the single dome where people are independent and living with their own lives. And also we have the flatmates and housemates families. They are the households with the multiple occupancies, where the flatmates or they are students from the university, where they are taking up a flat and they are residing in one place. So again, they also become the family members one way or the other. Then also we have the emptiness family, wherein we can find the parents are being left alone in the home, and the kids are going abroad or going for their education for job purposes. They leave their parents and they go for their jobs. So that type of family is called as emptiness family. Again, we have a boomerang family, wherein the boomerang family is where the children have left the family home and again they come back after finishing the courses or after finishing their university courses. They come back to the family and they live with the parents. So this is a boomerang. How the boomerang goes and comes back, it's like that. So it's a boomerang family. Then there are also the childless families, where we can find that the parents are not having children, only both the partners are living together. Sometimes they also live with their niece and nephews in that context. So these are the different types of families we have spoken. Now let us see what are the modern take-up towards the family. After understanding the different types of family, I'm sure some information is being consumed by the learners. Now let us see the different types of modern families that we see. So here that today we find that there is a lot of changes in the composition of the societies. We can find that the family is also undergoing a radical change. Past half century, we have seen a radical changes coming, and there is a change in the structure which is being altered depending upon the needs and depending upon the influencing factors. So what are the influencing factors? Let us see that. There are social factors, economical factors, educational, legal, cultural, scientific, technological factors. All these factors are one way or the other is influencing the family composition. As we all know, the family is the prime agent, the first agent. So that agency is very important because it is a part of the whole bigger society. It is a nuclear part, but it is a major part which is influencing one way or the other. So that is what we cannot say that it is something different, but it is a part. So based upon the modern family, we can find that they are most into democratic or egalitarian families, which we are able to find in today's context. What are the major changes or the features of the modern family? Let us speak about that, because as we have seen, there is a lot of changes that has come up in the family composition. Previously, only we had in Indian context, if we speak, only joint family system was there. But now we don't find it has become a rare sight nowadays. So let us see what are the changes and the features for modern families. Here we find that the change in the relationship of man and woman, wherein they are less subjected to parental control. They are not concerned about whom they are marrying, when they will marry, and they are the woman is not totally devoted to man, or man is not totally devoted to woman. There are the partners with equal rights has come up. So they want to have equal share and equal rights by both the partners. And also we can find that there is economical independence, wherein we can find that women have become more independent. So because of that, there is a changes that has coming up. And there are smaller family. The concept of smaller families have emerged because the complexities of the societies that is increasing. They want, as I told you, they want free will, freedom. Because of this terms, they are more into the smaller families. And there is a decline of religious control. So we can find that intercaste, interreligious marriages are a common sight in today's context. Similarly, there is separation of non-essential functions. For instance, taking over the hospitals are offering room for the birth of children. There are so many programs that has come up a support from the government for kindergarten education, or for the women, Beti Padhao, Beti Padhao, all those programs that has come up from the Indian government also, that is also supporting women, even if they are in a worst conditions as well. And also we can find that philocentric families, wherein the children tend to dominate the scene and their wishes are determined by the policy of the family, because of which we can find that the Supreme Court has given a law that it is the duty of the boy to take care of the parents. So we can find that there is a lot of change in the family compositions as well, the rules for the families as well. So after speaking about the certain characteristics or the changes for the modern family, and now let us see what are the legislative provisions that are given from the government of India when it comes to family and marriage system, because one way or the other, marriage system is influencing the family life. So we can find that the first ever act is the Sati system, the Sati Act of 1892. So we can find that the abolition of or the prevention of Sati Act has come into existence. And also in the social reform movement, we have seen that Hindu Widow Remarriage Act has come in 1856, and the Civil or Special Marriage Act in 1872 has come up. The Hindu Marriage Act has come because Hindu Marriage Act was is a sacrament. So again, widow remarriages or child marriages has come in the form of Hindu Marriage Act again in 1955. Again, we can find another act, that is the Dowry Prohibition Act in 1961, which came into picture because of the extensive cruelty of the men we can find for dowry, wherein they have also killed many women for that. So we can find that the Dowry Prohibition Act came into picture, and then the Child Marriage Restraint Act in 1929, because child marriages was a common sight. To control that, to remove this social stigma, they have started up with this act in 1929. And the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act in 1956. Then medical terminal of pregnancy. Again, this is the female feticides, which was common. Because of that, this act has come in picture. And Family Court Act in 1984. And the Senior Citizen Act in 2007. The very recent one, as I have told you, that Supreme Court has given a law that the male members has to take care of their parents. That is the duty of the male child. So with this, I will wind up my session. Or do you want me to take up the other part? I will go ahead with it. If a yes, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Hello, Jyotsna. Good to see you. I could see a message from one of the students. Good to see you, Jyotsna. And Swapnika. Mahajabin, good evening. So if you could tell me, do you want me to start up with the other topic? I will start up. Let us have a 10 minutes of this thing. And keep in mind that when I wind up this topic, I will have a small test for whatever I have been teaching you. A small question answers MCQ based quiz I'll be conducting with you all. So don't think that the content is being taught, it won't be revised or recapitulated. It will be recapitulated in the form of the MCQ quiz or something like that. So should I start with the other topic after family?
Yeah, you have 6 minutes.
Okay.
If you would like to start, otherwise the test you can go ahead, and friendship we may continue tomorrow, that topic. If your test is ready?
Test is not ready, sir. So after finishing the topic, I will just make the test.
All right.
Is ready.
Fine. The 6 minutes, whatever the way you wanted to, you can. You have another 6 minutes. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
please do carry on.
Thank you so much. So let us speak about the other aspect of the family and friendship, which is one of the content topic for your EVS syllabus. So when we speak about friendship, it is a relationship of mutual affection between the people, and it is the most stronger form of interpersonal bond or the association. Nowadays, the friendships has taken a greater leap than the family members. They are more attached to the friends basically. So it has become an essential aspect to build up for relationship building skills. So we can find that the friends might come and go, but they might make you laugh and cry, but most importantly, they love you for who you are. That is the best part in the friendship. So when it comes to the friendship aspect, why do we need to have friends? Uh, why do we need to have friends? So basically, we can find that the role of the friend in the past and the present, we can find that they have a determinant role, a very significant role in sensing oneself. So basically, when we speak about friends, it helps us to develop our oneself, and they give direction to our lives, and they play a vital role, and they are something that it is one of the the relationship which gives you the vital life skill. So here we can find when as a teacher, the teen friendships, we can find they are most they may later go into the marriage aspect also. And the friends are the someone which we give a lot of priority, either it is any gender, they give a priority to the friends to the utmost in the today's context, as at least I have seen. And if you have a friend, you will be less lonely, and close friends are one who can support you in all your thicks and thin, whatever the good and bad days. So the friends plays a major role in our today's life. Psychologically, if we speak, they are regardless of any gender, they are having a very strong impact on every human life. That is what, when it comes to teaching the adolescents or being a teacher for the adolescent, this is one of the primary thing that every parent come and say that what kind of a friends my child is making. So that is one of the influencing factors in everybody's life. So we can find that friendship is a very vital role. It plays a significant role in an individual's life. So we can find what are the effects of on health if you have friends. Let us see the effect on health. Yeah. When we speak about the health aspect, when we have friends, we can have good health with longevity. If you lack social life, usually we have seen that old people are more occupied with their friends. Okay, because of that, we can find that the loneliness or the factor of less social interaction is been reduced if you have good friends at any point of life. It's not only old age, I'm just giving you one certain example, but at any point of life, if you have good friends, they are also, if you have a healthy relationship with them, then definitely it is very impactful. And it is also considered to be a behavioral vaccine because it boosts your physical and mental health. So they are, because they also encourage to individual to have a healthy lifestyle. So apart from that, when we speak about the mental health, we can find that if there is a lack of friendship, there is increased risk of loneliness or suicidal ideations. If you have good friends, so they can diagnose you from the range of mental disorders as well, because a good friend can analyze you and can support you in a very qualitative manner. So here we can find that if you have a good friend, you can develop your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and your social development can be enhanced. Because if you have closer friends, you will be more happy, and the peer rejections, even the peer rejections can also be reduced, and you can have a good aspiring life in the future. So this is one thing. So so I'll wind up with this the last topic I'll talk about the true friendship, and I will end up my session for today. Then I'll continue from this part only in the next class. So when we speak about the true friendship, it involves the familiarity of like-minded people become true friends because their likes, dislikes, interests, persuasions, passions will be common. So there'll be a lot of mutual desires or companionship among these true friends. So they can they also give you each other, they give positive and negative criticisms, which is more a kind of a constructive feedback for them. So with this, I will wind up my session for today. So let us begin the later part in the next class that will be on the Saturday most probably. So thank you so much for being there as an active listener, and hope that you have enjoyed the session. So I will be conducting a small quiz in my last winding up session in the upcoming time. So thank you so much. See you all tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Saturday most probably, and happy Diwali in advance. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Good evening and welcome, Dr. Sujata, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Your video is clear.
Is my video and audio clear?
Yeah, it's clear, visible. Only it is slightly slant. If you can turn it a little straight, is it? I understand that from the vision.
I am technically
okay.
little weak
You
over
made
here.
adjustments for this class,
So,
it seems. Okay. Slight arrangement.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's okay, sir.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Okay. Okay.
Slightly, if you can turn to just turn to right angle, like, because you're half we could see your daughter marriage shopping also.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So if you turn to this backside, whatever your backside, this is there.
Right.
Woodwork side, that's perfect wing.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. I'm just adjusting my systems because it's not on the old system. No, I'm not on the old system. That's the problem.
The new system. Yes.
I don't think so. But
slant, but okay, fine. Fine. This view is okay. Good.
Just give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me some time. Is it okay, sir? Now
this is origin.
Is it okay now?
No.
Slightly.
Previous was better. This straight one is coming only half the screen. Yeah, the other way around side is better. Only thing is angle to be changed slightly. Yes.
Okay. It should be projected.
Now you have turned a little opposite side. You turn. I think if you turn left.
Is it okay, sir? Now.
Right slant, a bit right slant will do better.
Sir, your audio is not.
Audio is not clear. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it's okay. Now it's okay, sir.
It will work, but still we could see your daughter's marriage shopping. That's so I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of the left side,
okay, sir?
Almira woodwork side is there. Can you turn that side, the camera?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You sit there.
1 second. Yeah. I can.
You sit like that and turn this side. It's perfect background. Yes.
Yeah. Got the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Because we are going on air YouTube live. So
that's what, sir. Even I'm little
particular about it. Otherwise, that's okay. It will work for our students. Okay? That's not an issue. Okay.
That's what, sir. Even I'm
Right.
worried about the YouTube viewers only.
Great, great. That's
Now it's
perfect
okay,
now.
sir.
It's perfect
Now
now.
it's okay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
sir. Fine, sir. Fine, fine, fine. I can proceed now. I hope
Yes,
so.
ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Just let me share my. Sir, host has disabled my participant screen sharing.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll make you the host so that you will be able to do that. Okay. Right now,
Okay,
I am
sir.
making you more. Spotlight. 1 minute. Huda. Yes. Now I will have a
I can?
co-host. Just a minute. I will make you co-host. Co-host. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Now you can share.
Sir, I think the other
Yeah, there is one
I
more.
am on two systems, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
one
want the
more also.
second one?
Please do that, sir. Yeah.
Okay, make co-host. That is
Yes,
also.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's also
Yeah,
I'm giving. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Now you will be able to share.
Yeah. Now it's okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes, we could see your desktop, including sir also.
Which I don't want to show actually.
No, it's okay. At least this way you are giving us an opportunity to see sir. All right.
Okay, sir. Okay. I am really sorry because of
no
this
issue.
I'm
Okay.
not thorough with this technical issues, sir.
We get that.
That is what
that is also a lesson. Modern teacher has to get acquainted with all this. Right.
I am not a software engineer.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
We got your document. Yeah. You can maximize the window. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Please.
And
Yeah. I
if you
just
could
wanted
increase
to
the
discuss about
font
the
size.
syllabus today.
Madam, can you zoom plus this? Here you have the plus. Yeah. No. A little left side. This plus, I think. Yeah. That was okay. Still working.
Okay, sir. Okay,
yes.
Sir.
A little more if you can enlarge.
I hope it should be okay.
Yeah. Okay. Workable. But if you can enlarge a little more, this
don't...
plus is there. Here you can see left side. A little left side to that. Yes. That's plus. You click plus.
Yeah, I'm doing it, sir. I'm doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
yes,
moving
you
on.
see.
It's moving on.
It is moving on now. Yes. Yes.
It's moving on.
Yes, please. Yes, that's good enough. You can center it and go ahead. Yeah, that's okay. You can center it. I don't know. Come down and here you see in the bottom.
I'll center it, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
yes.
I have done it, sir. I have done it. I have done it.
Got it. This is the good, perfect. You can go ahead now. I'll start recording. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Good. Yes, ma'am. Ready to go ahead.
Well, good evening, everyone. Today is the second class of ours. Yesterday, whatever I happened to introduce, I'm going to repeat it, okay, once again. But before moving on to yesterday's class, repetition or recapitulation, whatever it may be, let us discuss about the syllabus. I'm really sorry, aspirants. The reason is yesterday I was traveling down and I have to take up the class, engage the class without any pending or without postponing it. I happened to take a class, but I was not that satisfied. Okay, so a repetition is there. Today, I'm going to repeat whatever I spoke yesterday, a gist of it only. Before to that, let me discuss about the syllabus so that you'll have a clear framework of what you have to do or what we have to do, okay, or what I have to do. Now, as it's already been discussed by Dr. YAKAIAH, sir, you have 30 questions, 15 questions for comprehension and 15 questions for pedagogy of language development. What is that we are going to cover in the language comprehension? Everyone, okay, big or small, is aware about the word called comprehension. Comprehension means a passage is given or picking up from a prose or a drama or a poetry, okay, or a poem is given, poetry means, and you have to answer the given questions. You have to first read the passage, then followed by 5 questions. You have to answer a question after question. Now, what way the answer will be? Yesterday I told you there won't be any direct answer. Very rarely you will be getting a direct answer. Either it should be a conclusion called as the inference. What do you think about it? What do you judge about it? What is the verdict of you? It could be a question. Sometimes it could be on the grammar also. Sometimes it, number of times it is going to check the verbal ability of us. For example, a word, a new word is being given over there, and you have to find a meaning of the word. We are lucky enough to have 2 choices or 2 options over there. One is the paragraph which is right in front of us. The other one is the 4 options given to us. In this manner, you are very close to the answer. According to the context, according to the passage given, or when you read the paragraph itself, you will get to know the answer. Second option is when you look at your options, 4 options you will be given below the question, and there itself you will be coming to know what would be the right answer when you eliminate all the wrong answers. Wrong answers or the remote answers, I can say, which are not very close to the right answer, you can pick it up to be the right answer. Many a times it goes like that. Sometimes a narrative or a description also could be an answer for the question given over here. With the practice of number of passages, with the practice of different questions, you will be thorough with your comprehension passages. So today, if time permits, we are going to work on 1 comprehension or 2 comprehensions. That is all about the comprehension, and how you are going to answer the comprehension also I will be letting to know to you all. Now, what is the second aspect or the second subject or the second element in this CTET of English is pedagogy of language development. Here you have 9 different aspects or different contents to be covered, sub units also you can say, wherein the first one is learning and acquisition. Yesterday we have dealt about it with few question and answers, and the second one is principles of language teaching. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'm going to start with the second subunit, principles of language teaching. The third one is role of listening and speaking, function of a language and how children use it as a tool. The listening and the speaking skills, you can say, the listening and the speaking events, we can say, whatever it is, what is the role played by the listener or the one who is speaking. That we are going to cover in the third subunit. And the fourth one is critical perspective. What do you think about the grammar, the role of grammar in the learning process of a language for communicating ideas verbally or in written form. Verbally means the way you talk, okay, wordings, talking, or a language to communicate, or in a written form also we can communicate things. What is our outlook, what is our perspective, and the role of grammar, which is playing a vital role in the language while you communicate something, your ideas or your thoughts or your feelings verbally, with words or in words, or else in the written form. Next one is challenges of teaching language in a diverse classroom. For example, a classroom will be there, and it's not that the 40 students in the classroom are from Telugu background. Telugu is the mother tongue. It's not never like that. You have the mixed, diverse classroom. You have the Hindi speaking children with the mother tongue of Hindi. You have Tamil speaking people. You have Telugu speaking people. In this way, you have many diverse classroom. You have with plenty of diverse mother tongue or the languages. And what are the difficulties we are going to face over there? What could be the flaws? What could be the errors? What could be the disorders? And how one could overcome this, being a teacher or being a student also. From the student's point of view, from the teacher's point of view, we are going to see in the challenges of teaching in language. As it states, teaching language means it is towards pointing out towards the teacher over here. Now, what are the various language skills or the talents the teacher uses to proclaim or to communicate or to teach a language? It could be any language, okay, which has been taught. Suppose if you go to IFLU University or some schools over there, apart from these 3 languages, what we are used to, Telugu, Hindi, English, there are few more other languages also where the other students are interested, like French, Spanish, etc., etc., etc. So here, what are the various skills which are used to communicate or to teach a language? This we are going to see in this subunit. Next one is evaluating a language comprehension and proficiency. Evaluating means checking or correcting, okay, all the various skills. Speaking skill, listening skill, reading skill, and writing skill put together only a language is being formed or if it is taught. So this evaluation, how you are going to, what are the procedures, what are the approaches you use it to evaluate, to conclude, to infer, or to bring about a proper comprehensive speaking skill, listening skill, reading skill, writing skill. When you're thorough with all these 4 skills, then you can say, yes, the child is thorough with a language or learnt a language in a colloquial way. Now, what are the other subunits? Teaching learning material. See, without the aid, without the help of certain what you say, the instruments, I can say, tools, I could say, which are going to help us in the learning process. Usually, what could be a teaching learning material or a teaching learning aid or the help over here is the textbook. It is a proper aid for a teacher and for a student also, a textbook. Okay, apart from the textbook, what other things can help us to learn a language is the models, okay, or the you can say specimens also. If you is in the science, learning science, you mostly we use the specimens. Okay, here it is in teaching a language, it is mostly the textbook, the multimedia material, okay, as we are using, because in our days there were no multimedia material, but this generation is lucky enough to get the multimedia material. With one click you can get the whole of the information of a particular language also. Then the multilingual resources, multilingual means multi-language resources of the classroom, in the classroom, out of the classroom, or all these things which are helping or which are aiding to learn a language. And what could be the remedial teaching? You know what is meant by remedial teaching. Remedial teaching is when a student is left behind, when a student is not able to understand, okay, along with the other students, then he has to be retaught. Okay, he has to be given some other measures, okay, various other help you have to give to the students. Ultimately, whatever it is, a little late, at least the child has to learn. It may take 2 days or a week later, the child should learn along with the other children. So such remedial measures are there, such remedial teaching are there. And what are the approaches regarding this and all, we are going to learn in this sub-video. Now, what is that? Language 2 also carries the same syllabus, same content. It is same, okay. Whatever is taught in language 1, it is taught in the language 2, wherein you have 30 questions, 15 for comprehension and 15 for the pedagogy of language development. It seems to be very simple, okay. It is like we are in a well. We are in a well, a small pond, okay. It's small. That smallness itself tells us it's very easy for us to learn or acquire whatever the syllabus is given over here. And I can say it is damn simple for us to understand or to learn. Okay, next, moving on to, let's start away a comprehension. Okay, I just wanted to introduce the comprehension a bit, and in due course, we are going to practice number of passages, and with this practice only you will become thorough. It is not like a formula like in sciences. Okay, we have science, we have some other scientific attitude concepts, wherein you should be thorough enough. One second, you should be thorough enough in mugging up the formula. But here in the language, it is not so. It is not so. So it is only the practice which can make us thorough. Okay, this is how. Okay, I hope you can see, sir. You can see, sir.
Ma'am, you need to share the screen. Reshare again, it seems. It has gone just now. Just 1 minute ago.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Let me remove pin. Yes, ma'am. You need to reshare. Okay, reshare the screen again.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay.
You have only one device? Yes,
Sure, sure.
yes.
I'll be doing that, sir. I'll be
Yes.
doing that. I think something went wrong from my side only. My system is not.
No issue. Only one device is active now, madam. The other device is disconnected. If you are sharing from other device, please check it.
That's what, sir.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
device is not there.
yeah. I'm
Only,
sharing from the other device where it is not.
then you need to enter from the other device. You just try to enter back
One
again
second,
there.
sir.
Yeah.
1 second.
That's okay. No problem. Take a minute, comfortably come back with that
Yes, sir,
device.
I'll be
I'll
doing
admit
that.
you and we will go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, please, sir. Please, sir. Please.
On the other device, you start from entering the Zoom again. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
It's taking little time. My desktop, I don't think so. What has gone wrong with this today only?
That's okay. Fine. Dear students, meanwhile, as seriously lessons started, syllabus started, already your EVS madam moving from topic to topic, Huda, and then Sujata madam also already started, and now the one part of your that comprehension also she has been giving tips, and she make you to work. She give what all precautions to be taken, and I am yet to start my psychology exact first subtopic. Day after tomorrow, yes, growth and development. First unit, first subtopic of that, I'm going to start with. And so schedule yourself. Someday you are missing, still we are keeping them accessible on the YouTube. But schedule yourself to attend live and interact. And for some reason, if you miss, as I made a mention, please do view today's sessions before tomorrow live session begins so that you are ready. Most of the times what happens is we think, okay, I will do it today. I don't have time. Tomorrow I'll view, day after tomorrow I'll view. And we all are aware in our experiences and various contexts that tomorrow will not come unless the hall ticket comes. After the hall ticket comes, your typical attitude goes, stating that, oh my goodness, already hall ticket have come. Now, how can I cover so much of syllabus? What to see? Books are there, papers are there. Again, I have to see these videos, and so much so it will happen. So therefore, I strongly recommend those who miss live for some other reason. Otherwise, I strongly recommend dedicate these 45 days along with us. You see, I'm there for 2 hours, even my faculty taking responsibility and sharing, but still I want to be with you. So I encourage and expect a similar kind of commitment from your end. So thereby you will be getting the maximum benefit out of it. Ultimately, why we strive, the purpose is that we would like the students to get the best possible benefit. So therefore, please do, you get that not only just content here, you also do get the required tips and techniques and tools to face the exam successfully. Yesterday, I hope I have given one powerful tip, that is the 3 levels of, or the 3 rounds of answering your question paper, 3 rounds of preparation, because it should start from here, and the same you will be able to continue there. Similarly, I know Dr. Sujata madam will be giving you a lot many tips, starting from the kind of food and dress and your preparedness to go to the exam. So that's the kind of experience and she's having. I have seen her guiding UGC NET JRF students, Army Public School students on all this. So therefore we have such a experienced and committed, rather I can say. Probably there are people who are more experienced, who are more capable, or who are more intelligent otherwise, are qualified. At the end of the day, what it matters is the teacher's commitment, consistency. does matter a lot when compared to these other things as such. So in view of that, I strongly recommend you. Meanwhile, if you have any questions also, you can share. Chat is live anyway. We are able to see. Probably I can address that also. And otherwise, as in the beginning, I made the two important announcements. Number one is today, 3rd November 2021, in the timeline of CTET 2021 is an important day. That's the last date to make any online corrections in your application form. So if you have any corrections, please do complete before you lose this golden opportunity today. And if you want any help, already I have prepared a video and shared in my YouTube channel. You can visit YAKAIAHPODUPUGANTI and you will be able to get the required support and information there. But still, for some reason, you have your own personal query. We have our WhatsApp group. If you are a member of WhatsApp group, please share your query in the WhatsApp group. If you are not a member of WhatsApp group, what I strongly recommend is you can join and send a message, or if from some source you have got that, you can, or otherwise in under one of these videos, yesterday's, day before days, for today's also we will put in the description. We are pasting that WhatsApp group link. So through the link you can join, or you have some challenge still. What you can do is you can write a mail or send a WhatsApp or message to my mobile number. Please don't call unless otherwise it is important. Those of you who would like to call my number, I suggest give a WhatsApp message. If I am free, I'll reply immediately. If I require to call, I'll call back, or I'll ask you to call at appropriate time. Sometime I will appoint, and depending on your need and urgency. Today, yes, till 11 o'clock also is okay, because it's the last day. If you face a challenge in making corrections, you can send a message, or you can call me also today. Today, that's an exception, and in view of your need. Yes, Dr. Sujata is back with her second device, and I made her a co-host on that also. So, madam, you can share your document now, and you can go ahead, ma'am. Yes, you need to share. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Document. Yes, we got.
Can you see, sir? Can you see?
Yes, ma'am. We got that now. And if you could increase a bit.
Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, sir.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. 1 second.
Yeah, this bottom right plus. Okay, either way, it's good. Fine, madam. It's good enough now.
Now, is it okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It's good enough.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We could hear you, and we could see that comprehension. It's good enough size. We can go ahead. We are good to go.
Fine, sir. Fine. 1 second. Let me. Okay. Okay. Sir, can you see me and listen to me?
Yes, ma'am. You are visible.
Yeah, I can go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Now.
And yeah, presentation is also visible and is clear.
Thank you. Okay. I'm really sorry because some technical problem I had. I never encourage such technical problem, and I don't like such technical problems also. Everything should be smooth. but it's my mistake. I wasn't prepared with this computer, I think. Anyway, now I'll see to that from tomorrow onwards, such disturbances will not take place from my side. I'm really sorry, Ma. Okay, now moving on to, I just spoke about comprehension, a little bit more about how you have to answer a comprehension passage. This is all the discussion about right now. Now, you will be given a passage, either it could be a summary or from a prose or from a poetry. Here it is stating that you will be getting a passage, one from prose and one from poetry. Poetry means a poem will be given to you, and underneath 5 questions will be given, or else a passage will be given, a narration in the form of, and underneath it 5 questions will be given. Total of 9 questions are asked from prose passage and 6 questions are asked from poetry. So this is what is known to me. That is what I happen to tell you. Now, when you are first reading out the passage, focus on what the passage is of. Focus on the title or theme of the passage. When you're reading a passage, you'll get to know about what the passage is. Is it about something about a scientific fact, or is it a story, or is it a fiction, or is it fact which has taken place recently? Is it a political issue? Is it talking about a celebrity? Is it talking about education? In this way, you'll come to know, everyone comes to know what the passage is about, what the theme of the passage, what is the content of the passage, what is the passage stating to us, what it is indicating. Is it indicating about the facts, okay, or something which is just a story? Now you have to remember what are the facts which are in the passage, and you have to also make the conclusion. You have to make a note of the conclusion of the passage, what it is talking about and how the ending has taken place. You have to check out the vocabulary. Vocabulary, usually the meaning of a tough word, or the meaning of a sentence which is Sir, can I continue, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you can continue.
Okay, okay. And you have to think about the vocabulary given over here. Usually we pick up the difficult words, okay? And you have to make a note of those. You have to have in your senses, okay? Not making a note somewhere and wasting the time, as well as you have to check out the grammar also. These are the few points or few clues which you have to focus on. Now, what are the tips and tricks to be followed? And one thing I wanted to tell you all is everyone have their own way of answering the comprehension. If somebody asks me what is your way of answering a question comprehension, I immediately first when I open my question paper, first I read the questions given for the comprehension, then I'll go back to the passage. Okay, the only reason why I first read the questions is so that I can make a note while I read the passage, what is the question asked about. Sir, is my screen visible? Hello, sir.
Ma'am, the second device has gone again, so it's not visible. It was earlier. Just now a minute.
Something is happening with this. Just
So
give me
would
some
you like to
time.
continue without sharing the document for
Yeah.
more minutes?
Without, yeah. I can do that.
To go another 5-10 minutes. Once you are done, fine. We'll close it, and tomorrow
No,
you
no,
can
no.
continue
I
with
just
the
wanted to have the tips at least for a day without wasting my day, sir.
Okay, no issue, madam. This way you can you are good to go like this. No problem. Yeah, please carry on.
Sir. So first of all, what are certain tips and tricks to be followed? See, according to me, first I said I read the questions, then I go to the passage. There are no strict rules and regulations that you have to read the questions and go back to the passage, or read the passage and come back to the questions. It is one at ease. You can be comfortable either way. In whatever way you are comfortable, first read the questions and go back to the passage, or read the passage and come back to the questions. It is left to y'all. It is left to one senses only. So first read the passage or the questions quickly. Skim through the passage. See, you are not going to by heart the passage over here. Time factor, you have to be very, very careful about managing your time. We hardly have got any time. We cannot spare lots of time on this passage. This is by practice only one can manage the time. Often I say this. That is the reason why before the final examination, there is a pre-final examination. Pre-final examination is nothing but to manage the time for a given question. So here also you have to skim through the passage, where you have to very quickly read the passage and get to know the meaning of the passage, keeping an eye on the keywords, okay, used in the passage. Keywords or difficult words or the main words I mean to say over here. The importance or essence of the passage has to be understood while you're reading the passage. What is the importance of the passage, about what it is talking about? That has to be understood by us. Questions have to be kept in mind to manage the time. You have to always brood over the questions, what it is being going to ask. Okay, if you read the questions, you immediately focus on the passage where the answer would be lying. Now, what could be the next tip over here is you have to build up your vocabulary. Okay. Now, usually, number of times or maximum, even with me, it happens, we don't know the meaning of all the words of English. But according to the context, according to the passage, we get to the right answer or the right meaning of the word asked or the vocabulary asked over here. Difficult words can be an hindrance to the speed of the reading and understanding the passage. It so happens we may stammer because we don't know the accent of that word, okay, and that leads to the difficulty or the speed of the reading. Okay, hence knowing their meanings will help a lot. If you know the meaning of a word, you quickly move on. If you don't know the meaning of a word, you'll stand still over there, you give a pause, you think about the word, you brood about that word. Okay, get to know the meanings of the words according to the context. It goes on with the practice only, I can say this. Then and there we cannot have access to the meaning of the words. Right from our birth or our language teaching or our teaching or our learning in the schools, accumulation of the meanings of various words we happen to learn. We happen to make a big dictionary out of the words. For example, don't you know the meaning of difficult? Don't you know the meaning of focus? Don't you know the meaning of management? Don't you know the meaning of develop? How did we come to know? This is not our language. How did we learn all these things? Over a period of time. Either our teacher has taught us, or some experienced person has taught us, or a textbook has taught us, or from various other means, we happen to learn how this has, how this, what is the meaning of certain word over here. Then moving on to the focus. See, so many a times, number of times it happens with me also. I may not knowing the meaning of a particular word in a given passage. But according to the context, according to the passage understanding, according to the meaning of the passage, I will arrive to the right answer. The second clue over here, or the second aid or the help what I get is 4 options will be given usually in the competitive examination, but in the comprehension you may not be getting. I'm talking about the pedagogy, where that is your second help or second aid, where you eliminate all the 3 remote answers or the options and land up to the right answer. So here there are various approaches how you build up your vocabulary, how you gain the vocabulary, how you get to know the new words, how you get to know the meaning of the new words. It's not that, see, if you take up a very big learned person also, it's not that he knows all the meanings of the new words or the vocabulary or the difficult words or the tough words. So
Yes, ma'am. Due
I'm not talking
to
about the
network issue, there was a struck. Now you are back. Please go ahead.
okay, sir. So then it is just an introduction of the focus, how how they have to answer the comprehension. Now moving on to the focus. Your focus should be on the questions asked. Okay, we are not moving out of 5 questions asked. We are into or inside the 5 questions asked only. We are not going to think about something else. We are just focusing on the marks and the right answers for the given questions only. So our focus should be on that question. That is where your neurons have to work very hard. Okay, your focus, your target, your dot, your look, everything should be on the questions asked only, not in and around, direct on the questions asked only. Now, what is the time management? This is a very important factor I keep telling all my students, and in everybody's life, it's very, very important. It's not spending too much of time thinking about a single difficult questions. You'll be left with the other questions, but to finish the other questions also within time. For example, 5 minutes only are given to you to answer all.
All right, today at Madam End, some network issue is there. So that's the reason she's, when the network is weak, she's freezing, and then it comes, she's continuing. All right. Ma'am, now you can continue, you are back.
You have to frame a time. Within that frame of time only, you have to complete your comprehension. You allot certain time for it. You cannot spare the whole of the time for the given passage only. You will fail ultimately. Okay, that is not our target. You have to pass, you have to answer all the given questions. So here the time management plays a vital and pivotal role over here, and developing a method in answering the comprehension passage. Now you have to develop, see, each one has their own method of solving the comprehension. Any method you can choose, but within the time, all the questions should be answered. This is something very, very important. You have to develop a method in answering. First, read the passage. Okay, as I told you all, first read the passage very quickly. Okay, and get to know the meaning of the passage quickly. Read the questions, and you can follow any method at your ease. Either you can read the questions and go back to the passage, or read the passage and come back to the questions. Whatever way, whatever method you choose to practice. Next one, practice. Always I insist that you have to practice. Practice makes a
All right. As you could see, it's not really the technical problem, it's a network issue. So it seems network a bit.
Make use of it.
Yes, ma'am, you are back now, you can continue. We'll cut all these breaks and we will make it a continuity. Don't worry about that. Hats up to your spirit. You don't want to lose even one day. So please do carry on. Our editor will take care of it. I'm recording on my system also.
Sure, thank you so much.
So it will be cut, and you will be added in a continuity, and the same will upload for the candidates so that they can view continuously once again. Please carry on, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Should I progress, sir? Yeah. The sixth point or the tip over here is the practice. As I said, more the number of comprehension passages you answer, the best and perfect. So if you wanted to comfortably, at ease, confidently, wanted to answer a comprehension, you should have lots of practice. Reading a comprehension regularly before the examination, okay, will prepare your mind to focus on the important areas. That knack, you say, that knack of catching hold of an answer, you will be getting only when you practice it. Take number of comprehensions, big or small, easy or simple or difficult, anything will do over here. That makes us thorough with the comprehension passage. And this is very, very important. You may be thinking it is damn simple. The questions are given, the answers are lying in the passage, but it is not so. That critical analysis, that critical thought, your brain should work so swiftly. all put together, only you will be arriving to the right answer, or else it seems to be difficult. Okay, not much of talk about it. Now quickly we'll move on to one or two passages. Today I just wanted to make you all to practice. Now the practice saves your time. Okay, moving on to one passage. I'm going to read it to you all. Okay, then what is the theme of it and what are the questions asked, we are going to see. Now, passage 1. When it comes to structures that are both majestic and well fortified, the classic European castle is the pinnacle of design. Across the ages, castles changed, developed, and eventually fell out of use, but they still command the fascination of our culture. Castles were originally built in England by Norman invaders in 1066, 1066. As William the Conqueror advanced through England, he fortified key positions to secure the land he had taken. Castles also served as bases of operation for offensive attacks. Troops were summoned to, organized around, and deployed from castles. In this way, castles served both offensive and defensive roles in military operations. Not limited to military purposes, castles also served as offices from which the lord would administer control over his fiefdom. They would address disputes, handle businesses, feasts, and enjoy festivities. In this way, castles served as important social centers in medieval England. Castles also served as symbol of power. The first castles constructed in England were made from earth and timber. Those who constructed them took advantage of natural features such as hills and rivers to increase defenses. Since these castles were constructed from wood, they were highly susceptible to attacks by fire. Wooden castles were gradually replaced by stone, which greatly increased the strength of these fortifications. However, being made from sand did not make these castles entirely fireproof. Attackers could hurl flaming objects into the castle through the windows or ignite the wooden doors. The demise of castles can ultimately be attributed to gunpowder. During the 15th century, artillery became powerful enough to break through stone walls. This greatly undermined the military roles of castles. Castles were then replaced by artillery forts that had no role in civil administration, and country houses that were indefensible. Though castles no longer serve their original purposes, remaining castles receive millions of visitors each year from those who wish to experience these majestic vestiges of a time long past. Though it seems to be a big passage, you have to be very strict in reading, not as slow as I have read it today, okay? And you have to understand about what it is speaking. This passage is speaking about a castle. You know what is meant by a castle, I hope so. Okay, or what do you say, Indra Bhavanam or something like that in Telugu, a castle, okay?
A big building.
Cinderella or some fantasy stories, a big building. In the fantasy stories, you can see a big castle or
Particularly that of
something like
kings.
that where the kings and the queens used to live. Yeah. And this passage, don't think it is a very big passage. It is not going to come. It has come in CTET, December 2018. Okay. So this is from your previous year's question paper only, which I have picked up over here. Now, followed by some questions with the alternatives also. Okay, here you are left with two helps, right and left. What is the help one? Passage. What is the help two? The alternatives given over here, options. So with this, you have to come or arrive to the right answer. Okay, with a little understanding about what we have read about the passage. It is all about the castles. Okay, so what are the changes after changes the castle have undergone also? It has been told. Okay, that is all I have understood. And there are certain difficult words also over here. We will see what are the questions given over here. Now, which one of the following is not a function of castles as expressed in the passage? Okay, now Here, the options given over here. Causes served both offensive and defensive purposes militarily. Causes served as symbols of power. Causes were important social centers in medieval England. Causes were the places where knights would keep their best horses. I think I can eliminate the fourth one. It has nothing to do with the passage. Okay. And I have to think over the first, second one. So what would be your answer? Please pen down, and tomorrow we are going to arrive to the right answer, because even I'm not sure, and I just don't want to give a confused answer over here, because I'm not sure also. Only one thing I can eliminate, because nowhere the sentence has arrived over here. Okay, you may be right, but don't reveal it right now, but you can have it tomorrow. We are going to discuss about it. Now moving on to the next one.
Excuse, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, sure.
Because screen share is not happening.
Sir,
no, I understand. Actually, your network, there is some weak. So that's the reason automatically device is going off. When the device comes back, we are able to see. So if you don't mind, what I would like to suggest is, we would just pause here. We'll share this paragraph to the students, and they will do at their end. And tomorrow when they come back, question by question, right answers, why this is the answer, kind of guidance, you can continue. Is that okay with you? Just let me know.
Sir, Sir, tomorrow I'll extend my class, sir. I'll pick up my husband's system, sir. It is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
my husband's system I'll pick up. My system is not working. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
I will continue tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is holiday, day after tomorrow. Tomorrow means next session, right? Day after tomorrow, next session, we'll continue that.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow I will take over, sir. Today,
Yes.
Lots of disturbance. I'm really sorry, sir.
No issue. It's okay. We understand the technical.
Yes, sir.
glitches,
I'll conclude
right?
for today, sir. I'll conclude
Yes,
for today.
ma'am. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
If you want to conclude in 1 minute, say something before you conclude, you're most welcome.
Yeah, nothing but sorry to everyone.
No, it's okay.
Because
It's
of
okay.
this technical problem. This is what I don't never allowed in my teaching profession, but it so happened. Maybe I don't know. I should be much thorough enough beforehand only to keep everything thorough and ready for things. But see, I can't take all the blame on my side also. Anyway, good evening and good night, dear aspirants. Tomorrow I'll catch.
Yes, ma'am. In the next session, we'll be continuing. That's day after tomorrow, 5th. Tomorrow being Diwali holiday. Happy Diwali. And you could see that again, her network has frozen. There is some issue with the network. That will be fixed and will be taken care. Most probably, I understand ma'am is working on Wi-Fi. So instead that a wired connection can fix it, as I know, but whatever it is, we will see, and we will see that's fixed, and you will get. Even today's class also, you could witness that I have recorded this on my system, which our editor will take care of that, and we will give you a continued version of this from where madam will be continuing tomorrow. So thank you very much for your support.
Thank you so much.
Continued interest. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so. Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
So that's the spirit your faculty has. Now I invite you and challenge the aspirants. Lift up your spirits. Raise up with such spirit. Yes, together we'll achieve that 100 plus. How are you going to get 100 plus? Is with the combined effort and consistent commitment of both the students and the learners. All right. Okay, with this, I thank you everyone once again for joining us on live and also viewing otherwise. And see you back day after tomorrow. Good night. Take care.